Let me ask you something straight up. When was the last time you tried to actually buy a brand new DJI drone? Not a used one, not an old model from a third-party seller, a fresh new DJI drone. Because if you have tried recently, you already know exactly what I'm about to say. As of December 11th, 2026, the Federal Communications Commission officially placed DJI and every other foreign drone manufacturer on what is called the FCC Covered List. What that means in plain English is this: any new DJI drone that has not already been approved cannot be legally imported or sold in the United States. The era of walking into Best Buy and picking up the latest DJI Mini off the shelf, that is over, at least for now. And here is the thing, this is not the end of the story. It is actually the beginning of something really interesting, because the drone space has never had more compelling alternatives to DJI than it does right now. And that is exactly what this video is about. I'm going to break down 5 of the best drones you can buy today that are not DJI, across different budgets, different flying styles, and different levels of experience. One of these is going to be the right choice for you, and number 3 on this list just might be the most innovative drone concept to hit the market in years. Drone number 1, Potensic Atom 2. Price, approximately $330/$370. Let's kick things off with the drone. I recommend most often to beginners, the Potensic Atom 2. Now, I want to be upfront with you. In my original review of this drone, I was probably a little too hard on it. I was comparing it directly to DJI at every turn, and that is not really a fair benchmark when you look at what this thing actually delivers for the price. Here is what the Potensic Atom 2 actually is. It is a well-built, feature-rich beginner drone that weighs exactly 249 grams. That puts it right under the critical 250-gram weight limit, which means in the United States, you do not need to register it with the FAA for recreational flights. No government paperwork, no registration card. Just open the box, charge the battery, and go fly. That alone removes a huge barrier for new pilots. The standard kit, which comes with the drone, the new AT2RC controller, and 1 battery, runs about $330 on Amazon. That is genuinely excellent value for what you're getting. The camera shoots 4K video at up to 30 frames per second, including 4K HDR mode with a 1/2-inch Sony CMOS sensor and a 3-axis mechanical gimbal. For footage that is this smooth and this cinematic right out of the box, the price point is hard to argue with. And here is something really interesting that most people do not know. The Atom 2 has AI subject tracking built right in, which is a feature that DJI does not include on their equivalent Mini 4K model. Think about that for a second. A competitor is outpacing DJI on features at the entry level. The drone also has GPS, return to home, quick shot modes, and even a dolly zoom effect, which is a cinematic trick that would have required serious expensive gear to pull off not that long ago. Flight time is approximately 32 minutes per battery. Is it perfect? No. There is no obstacle avoidance, which means you need to be paying attention when you fly. The 48-megapixel photos shoot in JPEG only unless you are capturing 12-megapixel RAW files, which is an odd limitation. But as a first drone or an affordable travel drone, the Potensic Atom 2 is a genuinely solid choice. If you can stretch the budget, the Fly More combo at around $430 gives you 3 batteries and a charging hub, which dramatically extends what you can shoot in a single session. Drone number 2, Hover Air X1. Pro Max price, $699. Okay, this is where things get genuinely exciting. The Hover Air X1 Pro Max is hands down one of the most impressive drones I have tested in a long time. And not just because it fills the DJI gap. It earns its spot on this list entirely on its own merits. Let me quickly walk you through the Hover Air lineup, because they make 3 versions, and it can get confusing. The base X1 comes in at $279 and is their most pocket-friendly option. Great for casual use, lighter at 125 grams, perfect for day trips and casual content. The X1 Pro at $499 steps things up significantly with 4K at 60 frames per second, and the full Omni-Terrain system that lets it fly over water, snow, and rough terrain. And then there is the X1 Pro Max at $699, which is the one I have personally tested. The Pro Max pushes all the way to 8K video at 30 frames per second, making it the world's first 8K action flying camera, plus 4K at up to 120 frames per second for incredibly smooth slow-motion footage. The tracking performance on this drone is exceptional. It uses a combination of AI visual tracking and, when paired with the optional beacon accessory, HoverLink signal-based positioning that keeps you centered in frame even during fast movement. The Omni-Terrain system is real, and it works. I have flown this thing over water, over snow, and over grass, and it handled all of it without issue. The automated flight modes, orbit, zoom zoom out, follow, bird's eye, all perform reliably. These are not marketing features that fall apart the moment you step outside. Now, I am going to be honest with you about the one area where the Hover Air X1 Pro Max takes a significant hit, because that is what this channel is about. The control range is limited. Flying from just the smartphone app, you will get maybe a few hundred feet reliably. Even with the optional beacon accessory, which boosts range up to 1 kilometer, about 3,300 feet, that is still considerably less than what you would get from a traditional drone with a dedicated controller. For reference, the DJI Mini 4 Pro's O4 system gives you up to 20 kilometers of range. This is a completely different category of product. So, if you are the type of pilot who wants to fly long distances, explore ridge lines from far away, or cover large areas of land, this is not your drone. The Hover Air X1 Pro Max is designed to orbit around you, follow you on a hike, capture your surf session, document your ski run, and for that specific use case, creating compelling footage of yourself in action, hands-free, it is as close to perfect as anything on this list. Drone number 3, Antigravity A1 price, $1,599 to $1,999. This is the one I have been the most excited to talk about. The Antigravity A1 is genuinely unlike any drone you have ever seen reviewed in a roundup like this. And the reason for that is not just the technology, it is the entire creative philosophy behind how it was built. The Antigravity A1 launched on December 4th, 2025 from Antigravity, a drone brand incubated by Insta360, the company behind some of the most innovative 360-degree cameras on the market, and they brought that 360-degree expertise directly into a drone for the first time. Here is how it works. The A1 has 2 camera lenses, one positioned on top of the drone and one on the bottom. Together they capture a full spherical 360-degree view of everything around the drone simultaneously. Advanced stitching software then renders the drone completely invisible in the footage. What you see is a floating camera perspective with no drone in the shot at all. But the part that really changes how you think about flying is this, because the A1 is capturing all 360 degrees of the world around it at once. You do not need to nail your framing while you are in the air. You fly first, frame later. In post-production, you pick your angle, choose your composition, add camera movements, all after the drone has already landed. That is a fundamentally different creative workflow than anything a traditional drone offers. And for filmmakers, that is genuinely liberating. Now, let's talk about the honest picture here, because you deserve the full story. The Antigravity A1 is not a cheap drone. It starts at $1,599 for the standard bundle, which includes the drone, the Vision FPV goggles, and the grip motion controller. And you actually need the goggles and controller to fly it. They are not optional accessories. Flight time is approximately 15 minutes per battery. The image quality from reframed 360 footage is excellent, but is comparable to a high-end action camera rather than a dedicated cinema drone like the DJI Mini 5 Pro. So, who is the Antigravity A1 for? It is for the creator who wants to capture footage that is simply impossible on any other consumer drone. The flying experience is genuinely immersive and intuitive. The creative freedom in post is unmatched. If the $1,599 price fits your budget and your creative vision aligns with this fly first, frame later approach, the A1 is absolutely one of the most exciting products to enter the drone space in years. Drone number 4, FPV drones price, approximately $550. All right, I told you earlier that one of the entries on this list would completely reframe how some of you think about drones. And this is it. If you have never seriously considered FPV flying, I need you to hear me out for the next couple of minutes, because what I'm about to describe is one of the most addictive, adrenaline-driven hobbies you can possibly get into. And the Jet RC Vapor D5 at around $550 is one of the best entry points into that world right now. FPV stands for first-person view. Instead of watching your drone from the ground with a camera feed on your phone, you put on a pair of goggles and you are literally seeing what the drone sees in real time. You are not piloting a drone. You are the drone. And when you are carving through a forest at speed, threading a gap between 2 trees, or diving a ridgeline at 60 miles per hour, the feeling is unlike anything else in this hobby. I say this as someone who genuinely loves camera drones. After you fly FPV, camera drones feel slow. The Jet RC Vapor D5 uses a DJI-4 Pro camera transmission system, which gives you an incredibly clean, low-latency video feed straight to your goggles. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Wait, if this uses DJI hardware for the video link, am I still exposed to the same import situation? Right now, the answer is no. These products are available and shipping in the US. The FCC action targets complete drone systems and foreign-made drone components, but the FPV market has multiple video transmission alternatives, including Walksnail and HD0, that do not rely on DJI at all. The ecosystem is resilient in a way that traditional camera drone brands simply are not. Now let's talk honestly about the learning curve, because I would be doing you a disservice if I glossed over it. FPV drones fly in what is called acro mode, meaning there is zero automated stabilization. The drone does exactly what physics tells it to do. You will crash a lot. The good news is that modern FPV frames are built to absorb crashes. Replacement parts are inexpensive, and most experienced FPV pilots strongly recommend spending serious time in a simulator on your computer before putting a real drone in the air. Apps like Velocidrone or Liftoff let you practice crashing for free, which saves you real money and speeds up the learning curve dramatically. Battery management is also something you need to learn. FPV drones use raw LiPo packs that require you to charge them correctly, store them at the right voltage, and never over-discharge them. Unlike smart batteries on camera drones that handle all of that automatically, you are in charge. It sounds intimidating, but it becomes second nature very quickly. And the payoff, the pure, unfiltered joy of flying FPV, is absolutely worth every bit of that learning curve, I promise. Drone number 5, Sky Rover X1. Fly More Combo, approximately $629 to $763. Alright, this one is the most interesting entry on the list from a market dynamics standpoint, and it comes with a story that explains a lot about the current drone landscape in the United States. The Sky Rover X1 is based on extensive research from drone journalists and security researchers, AAE DJI ODM product. ODM stands for Original Design Manufacturer, meaning DJI actually designs and manufactures this drone in Malaysia and licenses it for sale under the Sky Rover brand name. This is not a cheap knockoff or a clone made by an independent company trying to copy DJI's homework. The hardware, the software, the flight behavior, the app infrastructure, it all traces back directly to DJI. Some reviewers have even confirmed that the Sky Rover app connects to DJI's cloud infrastructure and fly-safe systems on the back end. In terms of flying performance, this drone matches the DJI Mini 4 Pro spec for spec. You get sub 250 gram weight, a 1/1.32-inch CMOS sensor, 4K video at up to 100 frames per second, 360-degree omnidirectional obstacle avoidance, 48 megapixel stills, and approximately 32 minutes of flight time. The Fly More combo, which includes 3 batteries, currently sells for approximately $629 on Amazon, which is a genuinely significant saving compared to what you would pay for a legitimate DJI Mini 4 Pro right now. Now, there are a few legitimate trade-offs worth knowing. The Sky Rover X1 does not support DJI's D-Log M color profile. It uses HLG color mode instead, which is less flexible for advanced color grading in post. There is no internal storage, so you will need a micro SD card. And the Sky Rover app, while functional, does not have the polish and full feature set of DJI's Fly app. No master shots or hyperlapse waypoints, for instance. The bigger question to think about is longevity, because the Sky Rover brand itself does not appear to have an independent support or repair infrastructure separate from what DJI enables behind the scenes. Firmware updates, warranty claims, and long-term support are question marks that deserve research before you commit your money. That said, Amazon's return policy provides a reasonable safety net for buyers who want to try it risk-reduced. Why Autel didn't make this list. I know some of you are already scrolling toward the comments to ask, what about Autel? They make great drones. Why are they not on this list? It is a completely fair question, and you deserve a straight answer. Autel Robotics does make genuinely capable drones. The Evo Nano Plus, the Evo Lite Plus, there are solid products in their lineup that compete well technically with DJI's consumer line. I am not dismissing the hardware. However, Autel was explicitly named alongside DJI in the December 23, 2025 FCC Covered List action. This is not speculation. The 2025 National Defense Authorization Act specifically named both DJI and Autel in the security review requirement, and when no audit was completed by the deadline, both companies were placed on the list simultaneously. Autel faces the exact same regulatory situation as DJI, not a similar one, the same one. That means recommending Autel as your long-term DJI alternative would be steering you directly toward the same problem you are trying to avoid, just under a different brand name. The point of this video is to identify drones where the future supply chain is stable and the regulatory environment is clear. Autel right now does not meet that bar. If the situation changes, if Autel successfully navigates the regulatory process and secures clear market access, that calculus shifts, and I will make a dedicated video about it. But today, based on confirmed facts, Autel is not the safe harbor alternative people hope it is. The real truth about drones. I want to leave you with something that I genuinely believe and that I think gets completely lost in all the gear talk, spec comparisons, and regulatory drama. The drone you fly matters far less than the pilot behind the controls. I know that sounds like motivational poster material, but I mean it in the most practical, literal sense. I have watched people pull breathtaking cinematic footage out of entry-level drones that cost under $400. And I have watched people bring back completely unusable footage from drones that cost 10 times as much. The difference was never the equipment. It was the knowledge of how to read light, how to compose a shot with intention, how to move the drone in a way that feels deliberate rather than random, and how to bring all of that together in an edit that actually tells a story. Those are learnable skills, skills that will transfer across every single drone on this list and every drone that gets released in the next decade. The drone market is going to keep evolving. New brands will emerge, regulations will shift again, something will replace DJI or DJI will figure out its situation. Nobody knows exactly how this plays out. What does not change is that great aerial footage comes from great aerial filmmakers, and the most valuable thing you can invest in right now is not a new drone. It is the skills to make the most of whatever drone you already have or plan to get. Outro and call to action. All right, that is your complete breakdown. 5 genuine alternatives to DJI drones that you can buy and fly right now. The Potensic Atom 2 for a budget-friendly start at around $330. The Hover Air X1 Pro Max for the best follow-me footage on the market. The Antigravity A1 if you want the most innovative drone concept to launch in years, and you have $1,599 to invest in it. The Jet RC Vapor D5 if you want to experience what flying actually feels like. And the Sky Rover X1 if you want DJI Mini 4 Pro performance through a legitimately available channel. If you want to actually learn how to get cinematic footage out of whichever drone you choose, I have put together a completely free 45-minute drone filmmaking training that is worth every minute of your time. No credit card, no catch. I cover my top 10 secrets to getting cinematic shots, the best settings, how to plan shots, how to work with light, how to edit and color grade. Link is in the description, and I genuinely want you to watch it. If you are ready to go deeper, my full 12-hour drone filmmaking course with over 70 tutorials covers every step of my process from takeoff to final export in both DaVinci Resolve and Adobe Premiere Pro. That link is also down in the description. If this video saved you time or helped you make a better decision, a like takes 1 second and genuinely helps more people find this content. Subscribe if you want honest, research-backed drone coverage. See you in the next one. Now go fly something. What actually happened with DJ? All right, let's make sure we are all working from the same set of facts here, because there is a lot of confusion floating around about what the DJI situation actually means. So let me be precise. On December 23, 2025, the Federal Communications Commission placed DJI, along with Autel and other foreign drone manufacturers, on its National Security Covered List. This action was triggered by the 2025 National Defense Authorization Act, which required a national security agency to complete a formal audit of DJI by that deadline. No audit was completed. As a result, DJI was automatically added to the list, effectively blocking any future DJI drones from receiving the FCC equipment authorization they need to be legally imported and sold in the United States. Now, here is the important nuance that a lot of headlines are getting wrong. This ban applies to new, unreleased products going forward. DJI drones that were already approved, the Mini 3 Pro, the Mini 4 Pro, the Mavic 3, the Neo, the Flip, those are still legal to buy and fly in the US. yes, some retailers still have stock. Your existing DJI gear is not going anywhere. The FAA has confirmed no new flight restrictions for current owners. What is gone is the future pipeline. The DJI Mini 6 Pro, the Mavic 5, whatever was coming next. None of that will ever reach the US market under the current rules unless a national security agency specifically clears it. And that is a massive long-term disruption to an industry that has been entirely DJI dominated for over a decade. Which brings us to exactly why this moment matters, and why the alternatives I'm about to show you deserve your full attention.